Is it considered PTSD or flashbacks if you only see what happened in the past and you don't see what's going on in the present? Sometimes. Because sometimes I deal with that. I deal with not being able to come back. Sometimes I lose myself. Sometimes I lose myself bad. And I think because this is a different element that I haven't been in for a while, the minute I stepped in this element of being around people more often, I think in some ways I lost myself through PTSD. And it sucks that getting out of a rough place can cause that, because usually getting out of a rough place and going into a nice place, or getting out of one place and going to another, or moving around constantly, or different than what you're used to, usually that would redirect you a bit. It'll catch you off balance, but it won't make you lose yourself. And I have a habit of losing myself, and my borderline personality disorder kicks in. Because I have these symptoms, I will always be single. I don't think anybody with my ability would be able to hold a relationship, or any of my disabilities, But it's weird because I see every other person who are like mentally ill and disabled in relationships of any sort, whether it's social, intimate, or occasional. They do so well, and like I'm looking at myself and I'm like thinking, how come it's hard for me? I don't talk much. Like, either it's borderline autism or what, or introvert. I don't talk much, and nobody socializes, and everybody's so separate. So I struggle at that part. I struggle at all parts. I struggle with family. I struggle with friends. I struggle with sometimes health and care. I struggle with myself. I am one person out of the entire world I feel like it's like this. Nobody else is like this. Like, if I was to find somebody else with borderline personality disorder, schizoaffective, PTSD, anxiety, and depression, and they got it together and they're like this, and we meet up one day, I'll be so happy, because I'll be like, holy shit, I'm not by myself. And maybe I will stop binge eating, or maybe I'll stop not eating, or maybe I'll stop hurting myself. But whether it's friendship or not, like, it would be cool to know that you're not the only one in this world that deals with a symptom like my own. And I hate being disabled. It's like I'm a useless mutant. I can only imagine the other ones who are disabled and they're in a wheelchair, The ones who can't have a relationship, or, I have a tapped life. And hopefully one day this would change, and I'm able to socialize, I'm able to go out, I have financials, I have this, I have that, maybe, because of my mental illness, it's hard for me to work. My perspective is I struggle a lot with anxiety and depression, and I enjoy the people that I'm around. It's just everything is so stimulating. And at times it aggravates me. So I struggle. And I was not always like this, I was different. I was really different. But after my huge breakdown in episode a few years ago, I just couldn't come back. And I usually have a lot of breakdowns, but this time I just couldn't come back. Things changed. I started going on medication, and the medication made it worse. It increased my psychosis and everything else. It caused me to get worse.